Hey guys, welcome to today's YouTube live. Oh my gosh, my video looks horrible. Let me see what happens. See if I can fix this. There we go. I'm back. Better than ever, brighter in color, all the good things. It is so good to see each and every one of you today. My name is Kendra with Signing Agent Basics, here to talk to you guys about some signing agent stuff. You guys know how I do. For those of you who don't know, I have been a full-time signing agent since 2007. That's 18 years now, guys. That's a long time. I had somebody ask me in the comments, is being a signing agent a sustainable full-time career? And it has been for me for the past 18 years. And at this point, I'm gonna ride this thing out until the wheels fall off. I don't have any desire to do anything else. But the great thing about being a signing agent for this long, I have the opportunity to share with people who want to get into this industry the things that have worked and the things that have not worked, the things that have allowed me to make this a full-time career for so long, so that those of you who want to do it as well can kind of skip over some of the hurdles that I stumbled over in the beginning as well. So we're going to jump right into today's subject. And today I'm going to talk about how to get business as a new signing agent. Now, I've done videos before about how signing agents get business, and I'm going to go over some of those things in the beginning anyway, because how to get business is something that it's probably another question that I get every single day. Everybody wants to know, how do you get business as a signing agent? So I'm going to go over that. But then I think about 6 specific things for new signing agents that I want to go over with you guys. And these are going to be pitfalls that I see a lot of new signing agents falling over as they're trying to get business. I want to let you guys know what those things are so that you can avoid them, so that you can reach signing agent success faster. But you guys know the deal. Whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you are watching this at, whether you are watching live or you are watching a replay, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that heart button, hit that thumbs up button, whatever it is. And then especially on YouTube, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell. Guys, I go live once a month. I've got a new subject for you every single month. And so for those of you who want to make sure that you jump in on these live streams, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Because guys, look, here's the thing. There's always a Q&A session at the end of each of these live streams. And I know some of you guys have questions. So one of the best ways for you to get your questions answered is to come on in, join me for a live stream, and then you can ask your question at the end of the live stream. Now, guys, whether you're watching live, whether you are watching on the replay, do me a favor. Let me know what city and state you are in. Again, it always blows my mind that I've got folks from all over the country who are watching, who watch the videos, who join the live streams and get information from me. So let me know what city and state you are in. And then also let me know whether you are an aspiring signing agent. That means you're just kind of checking this out. You haven't done any loan signings yet. You're thinking about it. You are an aspiring signing agent, or a new signing agent. You've been a signing agent for a year or less. And then let me know if you are a veteran signing agent. You have been doing this signing agent thing for more than a year. So again, let me know what city and state you are in, and then let me know if you are an aspiring signing agent, a new signing agent, or a veteran signing agent. And then, guys, I always have people on the live stream who come in a little bit late, and then they're concerned because they've missed some of the stuff in the beginning, and they'll always ask, is a replay available? And yes, the answer to that question is yes. If you are on the live stream, as soon as the live stream is over, the replay will be available. So any of you guys who are watching on the live stream, if you see somebody ask, hey, will there be a replay? Do me a favor, help me out. be my assistant for the day and let them know, yes, a replay will be available. Let's see who we've got here. We have got Cynthia here in my city, San Antonio, Texas. Cynthia, good to see you. We've got Latoya from Jacksonville, Florida. That's where I'm actually originally from. Latoya, good to see you. We've got Tan Mac up in here. You know, Nicholas thinks I'm the best signing agent. I tend to agree. I tend to agree with you, Nicholas. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We've got Dinah here from Houston, Texas. My Texas people always show up and show out. We've got Patricia here from Toledo, Ohio. Good to see you. We've got Estella from Corinth, Texas. Who else do we have up here? Guys, keep on telling me where you are from. Keep on telling me if you are an aspiring signing agent, a new signing agent, or a veteran signing agent. I always love to see it. I always like to know. But I'm going to keep on going because I got information to go over with you guys today. Again, there will be a Q&A session at the end of the live stream video. If you can, try to hold your questions until the end. I'm a one-woman team over here. So sometimes while I'm going through the presentation, I might miss your question if you ask it while I'm doing the presentation. So if you can, try to hold your question until the end. If for some reason I miss your question, or if you are watching this on the replay, I always try to go back and answer any questions that I might miss or any questions that get asked in the replay. So even if you're watching on the replay, go ahead, put your question down in the comments, and I always do my best to come back through and answer all of those questions. And then, guys, I always have to tell you about the description box because I always have things for you in the description box of the YouTube video. So as I'm telling you about different things, different links and information that I have for you, it's going to be in the description box of the YouTube video. So first step, if you're watching this on LinkedIn or if you're watching this on Facebook, come on over to my YouTube channel, find this video on YouTube. And then the description box, if you are watching this on a computer, is going to be underneath the video. Underneath the title of the video, you'll see a little bit of the description box, and then you're going to see the word more. Make sure to click on the word more to open up the description box. But if you're like most people, and maybe you're watching this on your cell phone or another mobile device, again, you're going to look underneath the video. You're going to look underneath the title of the video. You'll see the word more. Click the word more. It's going to open up the description box a little bit, and then you're going to see the word more again. Again, you're going to click on the word more. And then once you do that, whether you are looking at this on your mobile device, your cell phone, your computer, whatever, you are going to see the full description box open up. Any links, any information, any other goodies, if I say it's in the description box, that is where it can be found. And again, that is in the description box of the YouTube video. Now, you guys know I always have my free new signing agent checklist. Guys, again, I want each and every one of you who wants to become a signing agent to be successful. And probably another one of the biggest questions that I get is just how do you become a signing agent? What are the steps? What do you have to do? So I have made a checklist for you. You can download this checklist. It is absolutely free. I tell you step by step what you need to do to get started as a signing agent. Make sure that you download that checklist. Another item that I have for you for free in the description box is my free AI guide for notaries. Guys, I'm telling you, if you are not using AI or Chat GPT in your business, you are missing out. I use it more and more every single day. It is a great way. One of the easiest ways that you can use it is just in your communication with people. When you are marketing to people, when you're talking to people, AI can help you come up with things to say in a polite, business-like, interesting manner that will help people to want to use you for their business. So make sure that you download that free AI guide for notaries, especially if you've never used AI or Chat GPT. I kind of give you a little bit of a head start on how to use it and especially how to use it in your notary business. All right, that was all the intro stuff. We are going to get started here. And again, guys, I am going to tell you how to get business, not just as a signing agent, but later on in the video, specifically, I'm going to tell you things to do as a new signing agent. But before I even do that, because again, I'm looking through and I see people saying that they are interested in becoming a signing agent. So they're not a signing agent yet. They've heard about this, but they don't even really know what it is that a signing agent does and where our business comes from. So just to let you know, a signing agent is a notary public who has specific training in mortgage loan documents and real estate documents. Signing agents specialize in this particular area. Now, as a notary, you can absolutely do general notary work, which is notarizing pretty much any other document. But when I say a signing agent, I am talking specifically about those folks who are going to do mortgage and real estate packages. Okay. So now, where does this work even come from? Where do loan signings come from? Who needs a loan signing agent? Well, when somebody is buying, selling, or refinancing property, the lender or the real estate agent or the buyer or the seller will select a title company to handle elements of the transaction. One of those elements is the signing of the final document. So if any of you have bought or sold or refinanced a home, you know there's a big package of papers that you have to sign to actually complete that transaction. That is one of the things that the title company normally handles, okay? Now, some states like Georgia use attorneys or other escrow companies, but the process is still the same. So I'm going to say title company a lot because I'm in Texas and we use title companies. But if you're in an attorney state or if you're in a state where they use another type of escrow company, that's fine. Just kind of in your mind, switch out attorney for title company, okay? It all pretty much works the same way. So now, back in the old days, signings traditionally took place in the title office or the escrow office or the attorney's office. So again, for those of you who don't know, before I became a signing agent in 2007, I was in the mortgage industry from 1999 up until 2007. And while there were signing agents, they weren't used as much then as they are now. So pretty much the majority of people who were buying, selling, or refinancing a property, they went to the title company to close on their transaction, to sign that final chunk of papers. Now, sometimes though, even back then, sometimes it just wasn't possible though, or it wasn't convenient for the signer to go to the title office. So that's when signing agents kind of came about. Signing agents were used to meet with signers out of the title office. And again, at first it was only used in, special cases, special circumstances, that kind of thing. But you guys know how we are. We are a society that likes convenience. So it's like, if somebody can come meet me at my house instead of me having to drive to the title office, more people are going to prefer the convenience of somebody coming to meet them. So even though signing agents kind of started off as a special circumstance kind of service, it has grown to really now almost be the standard. I want to say the majority of signings are now done by signing agents out of the office instead of signers going into the title office. But even with that being said, guys, there are still signings that are being done in the office, and companies also use signing agents for in-office signings. And again, if you're new, you might be like, why would they do that? Why would they have somebody come in to do signings for them? Because again, the escrow officer, the title officer, is more than capable of doing the signings themselves. But remember in the beginning how I said that title offices handle a lot of different elements. The signing of the final paperwork is really the smallest part of what the title company does. They do a lot of other things. And so for a lot of escrow officers and their assistants, it makes more sense to bring somebody else in to do the closing signing of the final paperwork. And that allows them to do all of the other work that they need to get done. And in fact, the majority of what I do now is in office signings. My two biggest clients here in San Antonio are a builder and a title company, and I go do their closings in their office. I really don't meet a whole lot of signers in their homes anymore. What I do is mainly in office signing. So guys, there is absolutely plenty of work for you, not only meeting signers out wherever they want you to meet them, but also doing in office signings for builders and for title companies. All right. So now that we know kind of what signing agents do, where do we get the business from? Where do we get business from as a signing agent? So there's going to be two main sources for business. The first source is what is called direct business. And that is when you are contacted directly by the title company or the attorney or the real estate agent or the buyer or the seller. You're contacted directly by them and contracted or hired to do a signing for them. That is called direct business. There is nothing in between you and them. It is coming to you directly. Now, the second main source of business for signing agents is through what are called signing services. And what happens is title companies or attorneys contact a signing service and they say, hey, we need a signing agent this time, this place, on this day. Find us a signing agent. And then the signing service finds the signing agent to do that transaction, to handle that signing. So they are not direct business because there's now somebody in between you and the title company. Now it's title company, signing service, signing agent. But signing services are still a great way to get business. And honestly, in the beginning, signing services is where I got most of my business from as a new signing agent. So I'll also have signing agents ask, well, which one is better? Which one is better? Is direct business better, or is it better to get business from signing service? And I'm going to tell you guys, neither one is better. The best business is the business that you can get. Okay. Again, I've worked with signing services. I've had direct business. I've had both. I like both because at the end of the day, I get paid. I make money, whether I'm doing it directly or whether I'm getting business from signing services. It really depends on where are you going to get your business from. The best business for you is the business that you get. Now, there are some advantages to working with direct business clients, and there are some disadvantages in working with direct business clients. There are advantages in working with signing services. There's also disadvantages in working with signing services. So I'm going to go over some of those advantages and the disadvantages, and then that way you can kind of decide in your mind which way you think you want to go, which way you think is going to be best for you. So under the advantages for direct business, this again is really the traditional way to get business. Signing services kind of popped up as the need for signing agents grew. But initially, as a signing agent, you pretty much went to title companies, real estate agents, mortgage companies. You talked to them directly and you marketed to them for them to send you business. So it's kind of the traditional way of getting business. The good thing about direct business is that generally you will make more money per assignment. Most title companies have a budget for the notary or for the signing agent. And let's say that budget is $200, right? If you're working directly with the title company, then you will get that full $200. You will get that full budget. Whereas if you're working with a signing service, the signing service is going to take a portion of that $200. So you may only make $100 out of that $200 to do the exact same signing. When you're working direct business, you don't have that middleman. So you make more money per assignment, usually. I also found that there's usually more loyalty when you are working with companies directly, when you build business with companies directly. Again, the builder that I work with, The title company that I work with, both of them, I am always their first phone call, their first person that they email, the first person that they text in order to do an assignment. And now we've built this relationship. Well, they will actually wait to hear back from me. If they, for some reason, I missed their call or their email or their text, and a little bit of time has passed, they'll reach back out to me again and be like, hey, did you miss our email? We're trying to schedule you, kind of thing. That doesn't usually happen with signing services. You tend to not get that level of loyalty with signing services. They often will blast an assignment out to several notaries, and it's almost kind of a first come, first serve situation. But I found that with my direct business clients, I get more loyalty. And then you will also usually get paid more quickly. You can even get paid. If I do a signing in a title office and it's for a sale or a purchase, I can sometimes get my check from them before I leave. Like as I'm walking out, they're like, here's your check, right? If I'm working with my builder's office, their title office is in another city. I'm in San Antonio, their title office is in Houston. They usually mail me my check. I usually get my check within a week. So I'm not having to wait a very long time to get paid. Usually with your direct business clients, you are going to get paid more quickly. Again, though, there are disadvantages to direct business. Now, some people find it more intimidating. Some people find it more difficult to build direct business relationships. And that's because a lot of times you need to go out and talk to people in person. You can send emails, you can send flyers, you can send flowers, you can give gifts, you can do all of these things, but I found that the most productive way to get direct business is to talk to people in person. And for a lot of people, they find that very intimidating and they find that very difficult for them to get the gumption to go out and talk to people in person. So some people find that as a disadvantage. And then also you have to realize, depending on the size of the office, individual offices will just have a limited amount of work to send you. So again, I work with the builder here in town. Things have gotten a little bit slow for them. So that means that the amount of work that they are sending me has slowed down. It's not that they don't like me as much. They just simply don't have as much work to send me. So how much work you get from a company is really just going to depend on how much work they have. And then the other disadvantage, I don't consider this a disadvantage, but other people might. Another disadvantage is your level of service needs to be higher. If you are kind of their number one notary, their main notary, the main signing agent that they're working with, they are going to expect you to pretty much be 100% error free. Okay. They are going to expect that your packages get done pretty much perfectly every single time. So a lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot. Some people find it a disadvantage that they have to have their business, their service at that level. So those are some direct business advantages, disadvantages. How are you guys feeling about those? How are y'all feeling about the direct business advantages, disadvantages? Is any of this turning you off, or is any of this making you excited? Let me know in the chat and in the comments. Now, we're going to talk about signing services. So again, there are advantages to working with signing services and there are disadvantages to working with signing services. Let's talk about the advantages. They are easy to sign up with. Most of the time, all you have to do to sign up with a signing service is go to their website, fill in the information that they're requesting, and boom, you are now in their database. You are signed up. You're letting them know that you are available to complete work for them, to complete assignments for them. It doesn't get any easier than that. Another advantage is that you do not have to network face to face. And again, like I said, a lot of people who are new to this industry, a lot of people who are new to being self-employed find it very intimidating to go out and talk with people face to face. Well, with signing services, you don't have to. You do not have to network face to face. Signing services usually also have more assignments available. So again, the signing service is working with lots of different title companies. They're working with a lot of different title companies in a lot of different areas. So they're not just dependent on business from one company. So that means they tend to have more assignments available than any one title office by itself would have. And then they're sometimes more willing to use a brand new signing agent. So again, if you're a new signing agent, you may feel more excited about working with the signing service because some signing services are more willing to use a brand new signing agent. Now, signing services are not perfect. So again, there's going to be disadvantages to signing services as well. Remember, signing services are middlemen. They are between you and the title company. So again, the example I gave earlier, if the title company has a budget of $200 for a signing agent, that $200 gets split between you and the signing service. You don't get to decide the split. The signing service, they're the ones who decide how much they're going to keep and how much they are going to pay you. So, while the signing service is getting paid $200, the signing service may only offer you $50 or $75. And that's their business. I'll have people who sometimes get upset and say that signing services aren't paying the signing agent enough. Well, this is the business. They are the ones who made that relationship with the title company. They get to decide on the split. And then you get to decide whether or not you are willing to accept what they are offering you. But bottom line is, you're not going to get the full fee. Whatever the split is, you are only going to get a portion of what the title company is willing to pay. So again, instead of making $200 per assignment, you may only make $75 or $100 per assignment. The other thing is there is a lot of competition, okay? Just like it was easy for you to go in and put your information in to get in that signing services database, hundreds of other signing agents had the same idea. So it's not just you that they're looking at. There are hundreds of other signing agents, possibly in your area, that they have to choose from. And just know, guys, signing up with any particular signing service is no guarantee that you are going to receive assignments. You're giving them your information, you're letting them know that you are available, but they are under no obligation to use you at any time. Another thing that is a disadvantage with signing services is that you will usually get paid slower. Always look at the signing services payment terms, okay? You will see that they pay net 30, net 60, net 90. That means you will not get paid until 30 days, 60 days, 90 days after you have completed the assignment. Because usually what happens is they wait until they get paid by the title company, and then they will send you your portion once they've gotten paid. So again, there's a middleman, there's an extra step. What a lot of these companies also do, they have accounting departments. And so they may only send payments out maybe once or twice a month on the 15th and the 30th, or the 1st and the 15th, whatever. So again, it could be a pretty long stretch of time between when you do the assignment and when you get paid. And I personally find that as a disadvantage. I feel like, what was that commercial? Is it J.G. Wentworth? It's my money and I want it now. I want my money sooner rather than later. And with signing services, you will generally get paid a little bit slower. So people still always want to know, how do you connect with signing services? Because again, I don't know why people like the idea of signing services better. So how can you connect with signing services to let them know that you are available for work so that they can send you business? And there's generally two ways that happens. The first is through a notary database or a notary listing site. And I'm going to go into detail in just a second about what that is. Or there are signing service platforms. So first, let's talk about signing agent databases or signing agent listing sites. These are basically places for signing agents to post your profile or your resume or your written description of your experience, availability, credentials, all that good stuff. It's a place for you to post your resume. And then companies like title companies or signing services and individuals like buyers, sellers, also title companies and attorneys can use this database to search for a notary or a signing agent in the area that they need one when they need one. Now, there are free options and there are paid options when it comes to databases and listing sites. And my personal opinion, guys, is I only use databases and listing sites that offer a free level. Okay. One of the scams that goes around a lot to new notaries and new signing agents, you'll get an email from some company that says, hey, send me $50 to join my list, and I guarantee you're going to get X amount of business. Guys, I promise you, any company that is asking you for money and guaranteeing you work is a scam. I promise you, I have not seen one legitimate company that says you have to pay them and they will guarantee you work. Every single one of them has been a scam. Every legitimate company, every legitimate database or listing site offers a free level. Okay. Now, they may also offer a paid level or a paid option. Usually that gets you more exposure. Okay. You can still use the free level, or you can choose to do the paid level to get more exposure. That is a choice, but they still have a free level. And just know that just because you pay, let's say you're using a listing site or a database that has a free level, but you say, hey, I'm gonna to spring the extra $25, $50 or whatever to get the paid level. Just know that just because you pay, again, that is no guarantee that you are going to get business. You are paying for more exposure, but that is no guarantee that you are going to get business. And again, when you're on these databases and these listing sites, you can get business from both signing services and direct business from title companies, because direct business clients and signing services use these databases and these listing sites to find notaries and to find signing agents. So, three popular, reputable notary databases are signingagent.com. That one is affiliated with the National Notary Association. Notary Rotary, that's an old one. It's been around forever. You go to the website, it looks old, but it is reputable and it has been around for forever. There is also American Notary USA. Again, they offer free levels, they offer paid levels for more exposure. Again, there's also tons and tons and tons more. I just wanted to give you guys a few examples. The links to these particular databases are in the description box of the YouTube video. So if you're not already signed up on these three, make sure that you sign up. But these are examples of databases or listing sites where you can put your information. So then, what is a signing service platform? So a platform combines a database, so people putting their information in, they combine a database with software to connect signing services with loan signing agents to manage the whole process. So they'll use this software to send you documents, to send you emails, to upload things for you guys to communicate. So it's not just a listing site, but it also has software that connects you with the signing service as well. Now, keep in mind, because this is something that I see a lot of new signing agents or even veteran signing agents do, the platform is not the entity that is hiring you to complete the signing. So probably the most popular platform right now is SnapDocs. Most signing agents have heard of SnapDocs. It is a platform. The big one before SnapDocs was Notary Cafe. So these are two popular, reputable platforms. But again, guys, if you get an assignment through SnapDocs, SnapDocs is not the folks that hired you. SnapDocs does not owe you any money. The company that used SnapDocs to find you is who hired you. SnapDocs is just a platform. Notary Cafe is just a platform. So hopefully that makes sense. And guys, just so you know, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of signing services out there. Some people will offer to sell you a list. You can certainly buy a list if you want to, but you really don't have to. You can just do a Google search for signing services. You can go on some free notary forums. You can go into some free notary groups, and you will be able to get information on tons and tons of different signing services to sign up with if you want to do that. All right. So now we talked about how we get business in general. as signing agents. But what I really wanted to get into in this video, especially for my new and aspiring signing agents, I want to talk to you about things that I see new signing agents doing wrong when they are trying to get business. And hopefully, by me telling you the things that I see new signing agents doing wrong, you won't do those things. You'll do the opposite things so that you can get business even as a new signing agent. Because again, once signing agents hear about how they get business, when they're new, there's still a lot of anxiety. There's still a lot of worry. I'm new. Yeah, I know I can get direct business. Yeah, I know I can get business from signing services, but they're not going to use me because I'm new. What do I do? What do I do if I'm new? How do I get business if I'm new? So again, guys, pay close attention to these next, I think it's 6 things. Pay close attention to these next 6 things. These are things that new signing agents do wrong so that you can make sure that you do them right. The first thing that I see new signing agents doing wrong is stressing in your profile that you are new. So I have my training program, and one of the things that I do for my students in my exclusive and my elite level of my training program is I go over their profile. So they write their profile, I will go over it with them. And 9 times out of 10, one of the first couple of sentences in their profile is, I'm a new signing agent. Guys, don't do that, okay? Announcing I'm new can make companies see you as risky or unprepared. There is no benefit, guys, in announcing that you are a new signing agent. I don't know. I don't know if maybe people think, oh, they're going to have sympathy on me because I'm new, or if I tell them I'm new and I make a mistake, they're going to understand. I don't know. You guys tell me, as a new or an aspiring signing agent, why would you put in your profile that you are new? Help me to understand it. But those are a couple of the things that I think people think, but I promise you, it actually has the opposite effect. You're not going to get sympathy from companies because you say that you are new. Again, instead, you're going to scare them off. They're going to think, oh my gosh, this person doesn't know what they're doing. This person's going to be a risk if I use them. So there is absolutely no need to put in your profile that you are a new signing agent. So then what do you do instead? What you'll want to do is highlight your training. So if you are new, guys, you need to get training. I know people tell you all the time that you can fake it till you make it and you can learn everything you need to learn on YouTube. No, you can't. No, you can't. What's going to end up happening is you're going to mess up people's mortgages. You're going to mess up people's real estate documents. And once you mess up, then companies are absolutely not going to want to use you. Okay. You need to get training, guys. So you want to highlight your training. You want to highlight your professionalism, and you want to highlight your attention to detail. Because really, at the end of the day, being a signing agent is all about having attention to detail. At the end of the day, our job is to make sure that we don't miss any signatures, initials, dates, or notarizations. Don't miss any. 100% error free. So you have to have great attention to detail. Clients care more about your quality and your dependability than they do about when you started or how long you've been a signing agent or how many signings you have done. Because I've had people who said that they've been a signing agent for a long time, and I have them do a signing for me, and I'm like, this is horrible. You say you've been doing this for a long time. If that is the case, you've been doing this wrong for a long time. Just because somebody has been a signing agent for a long time does not mean that they are good at this. And just because somebody is new doesn't mean that they are not good at this. Okay. You can project confidence without lying about your experience, because guys, that's the other thing. Do not lie about how many signings you have done. If a company specifically asks you how many signings you have completed, tell the truth. Do not lie, because I'm telling you, lies always come out. And one thing people will not work with a liar. So make sure that you tell the truth. The second thing that I see new signing agents doing wrong is thinking that there is not enough business. So when you start signing up on some of these databases and platforms and all this kind of stuff, you may see how many other notaries and how many other signing agents are already listed. And you might start to freak out and think, oh my gosh, There's already hundreds or thousands of other signing agents in my area. Why would anybody use me? There's not enough business. Okay, guys, calm down. Calm down. There are literally thousands of signings that happen daily across the country. If you are in a decent sized city, I'm in San Antonio, there's probably hundreds of closings happening today here in my city. I'll have people meet me and go, "Oh my gosh, Kendra, you're in San Antonio. You're the best signing agent out there. I know there's not enough business." There's plenty of business. I can't do, even if I wanted to, I could not do every signing that's available in my city. There is plenty of business. Also, keep in mind, a lot of people come into the business and a lot of people leave the business for whatever reason, you know? So just because you see tons of profiles on a listing site or a database, all of those people might not even be active. The number of people who never remove their profile or mark their profile as inactive is crazy. So, you know, half of what you see in these listings sites and in these databases, those people might not even be active anymore. There is plenty of business out there. When you start thinking that there's a shortage, that's going to make you hesitant to market yourself aggressively. You've got to be aggressive about your marketing, guys. That is the thing that is going to help you get ahead when you are new. And this mindset of there's not enough business, it makes you inactive. When you start thinking there's not enough business, so why should I even do this? And then if you're not active, if you're not out trying to market, then guess what's going to happen? You are not going to get any business. It's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So guys, you have to focus on abundance thinking. There is more than enough business for those who hustle, for those who are willing to put in the work, for those who are willing to get good at this, for those who are willing to meet people face to face, for those who are willing to sign up with all the signing services. I promise you, there is plenty of business out there. All right. So the third thing, going back to profiles, one of the things that I see from new signing agents is incomplete or sloppy profiles. So signing agents will get super excited about getting out and doing business, and they just quickly put a profile together and they throw it up on these listing sites. But again, guys, when your profile has typos or bad grammar, it makes it look like you're careless. And again, the biggest thing about being a signing agent is attention to detail. Why would a company think that you're going to have attention to detail about the important real estate and mortgage documents that you're supposed to be guiding signers through if you have typos and bad grammar in your profile? I've looked at signing agent profiles before and I have been like, nope, not using you. Nope, not using you, because the profiles are so sloppy. Okay. So make sure you take time. It should take you a day, 2 days to really get your profile together. And one of the things that I tell my students is you should constantly be going in to tweak your profile. As you get more experience, as you learn more, always go in and tweak your profile. Another thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your photo is a professional looking photo. Now, you don't have to get professional photos, but make sure your photo looks professional. The car selfies, the bathroom selfies, those are not professional. And then make sure you also complete all of the information, your service area, the times that you're available, your contact information. If you do not have all of that in your profile, you are missing opportunities. Guys, this is your resume, okay? You need to make it clear, clean, and impressive. This is people's first impression of you. And what's the saying? You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So please, new signing agents, make sure that your profile looks good. And again, if you need help with that, that is one of the things that I help my students in my signing agent advanced training program with. I help you write your profile. I help proofread your profile. I help make your profile impressive, because that is the first step in getting business. All right. So the next thing that I see new signing agents not doing is they are not signing up with enough signing services. So if you decide, hey, I'm going to sign up with signing services first, I want to focus on that instead of direct business, that's fine. But then I'll have people tell me, well, I signed up on SnapDocs and I signed up with like 5 or 6 other signing services and nobody's sending me any business. Okay, well, guys, again, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of signing services out there. If you only sign up with 5 or 10, that is not enough. You cannot limit yourself to just a handful of signing services. That's going to reduce your opportunity. Many jobs are only posted on certain platforms. So if you're only on one or two platforms, you're missing out on all of the other jobs that these other signing services have. So your job as a new signing agent, especially if you are focusing on signing services, your job is to sit and sign up with signing services every single day, if possible, definitely every single week, until you get so much business that you don't have time to sign up with signing services anymore. The more hooks you have in the water, the better your chances of catching work. So that is your job in the beginning. Marketing as a signing agent is your job in the beginning. You want to sign up on as many platforms, as many databases, and as many listing sites as possible. The next problem that I see new signing agents have, and part of the reason why they're not getting business, is because you're not responding quickly. So you may not know this, but when you get a notification from SnapDocs or when you get a notification from another signing service, they're sent out mostly on a first come, first served basis. Literal seconds can matter when it comes to you being given that assignment. They are giving you the opportunity, but you have to accept it. And then they have to confirm that they are okay with you doing the assignment. So even if you get a notification, even if you say that you are available, they still have to choose you from the pool of people who said that they are available. So you want to make sure, guys, that you keep your phone handy and you've got it on, or that you can hear the notifications, and it's going to be mostly during business hours. So I know some people are doing signing agent work after hours. That's fine, but you'll have the most success if you're at least able to respond to notifications during business hours. And then, guys, you're going to want to respond even if you are not available to do the assignment. That shows the signing service that you are active. They understand that you're not going to be available for every signing. But when you at least let them know, hey, I'm not available for this one, they know that you are active. So then they will continue to send you notifications. The biggest thing, guys, is quick replies, communicate, reliability, and professionalism. This is a job. This is a career. This is a business, and you want to be professional about it at all times. You always want to respond as quickly as possible to get your best chance of getting business. The next thing that I see new signing agents doing wrong is not marketing for direct business. And I get it. A lot of new signing agents assume that title companies are only going to want to work with seasoned signing agents. But again, guys, like I talked about before, that is not true. They will work with new signing agents. But here's the key: you have to present yourself as professional, reliable, and detailed oriented. Okay. So again, when you're talking to folks, you don't want to go, well, I'm new. I'm sorry, I'm new. Just want to let you know I'm new. That is not going to get you anywhere. You want to be confident. You want to be professional. You want to stress to them that you are reliable. Having signing agents show up on time for an appointment is a huge thing, I'm telling you. And you also want to show them that you are detailed oriented, because again, at the end of the day, our job is to not miss any signatures, initials, dates, or notarizations. The key, though, guys, is marketing yourself. And marketing is just going out and making friends with people in the business. You want to let them know that you are the solution to their needs. And how do you do that if you knew? You're going to highlight your training, you're going to highlight your accuracy, and you are going to highlight your customer service. Because again, those are the big things that show that you can do this job right. But guys, again, even if you are a new signing agent, especially if you are a new signing agent, you need training. It is disrespectful. I say this all the time. It is so disrespectful to practice on somebody's very, very important mortgage, or real estate transaction. Even if it is your very, very first signing, you should be able to do it right. That signer should have confidence that their transaction is not going to be delayed because you made a newbie mistake. And the way that you're going to avoid that is by getting training. And in my Signing Agent Advanced Training Program, guys, I teach you everything you need to know to be able to do a signing right from the very first one. I'm going to teach you how to get the document signed properly. I'm going to give you sample documents. I've got mock closing videos so you can see how I actually speak and interact with signers in an actual signing. I'm going to talk to you about the keys and the tips for getting direct business because, again, nothing wrong with signing services. Signing services are cool. I've worked with signing services, but you make more money with direct business. So I'm going to teach you my tips and tricks on getting direct business. And most important, you're going to get a mentor that you can actually reach out to for assistance. So if you're looking for training, make sure you go down in the description box and click the link for my Signing Agent Advanced Training Program. All right, guys, we are in the question and answer portion of this live stream. If you've got any questions, go ahead and put them down in the chat. If you are watching this on the replay, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Like I said, guys, I always go back and try to answer any questions that I may have missed. And then let me scroll up and see if I had missed any questions at all. Let's see. Do you have to be a remote notary to do this? No. And actually, loan signings are mostly done in person. Okay. So, yes, you can absolutely be a remote online notary. That's cool. But if you're planning on being a signing agent, again, a notary that specializes in doing mortgage loan documents and real estate transactions, the majority of those are done in person. Okay. And so, no, obviously, you don't have to be a remote online notary to do loan signings. If anything, it's no benefit to be an online notary if you are doing loan signings. What you do need is reliable transportation because you are going to be meeting the signers at the location that is best for them. Sometimes it's going to be their home, their office. You may meet them in a coffee shop, wherever. They're going to decide where they want to meet, and you are going to meet them in person where they want you to meet them. That's a great question, though. Let's see. Maria said, I'm in Houston. It's hard to get a call when all the platform database requests previous jobs. I have listed myself in 6 pages by now, nothing yet. Well, here's the thing. So first, not every platform or database or signing service requires previous jobs. Some do. And that's their business. You know, if they want you to have previous experience, that's their business. But not every company does. And I'm going to tell you the other thing as well, even the companies that say they require previous experience, if they're in a crunch, if they need somebody and all they have is somebody who's never done a signing before, they're going to use you. They will use a new signing agent before they use no signing agent. You said you've listed yourself in 6 pages. Again, I know it's a lot, but you got to keep listing yourself with even more companies. Eventually, somebody is going to use you for a signing. But in the beginning, your job as a new signing agent is to sign up. The other thing that you can do is market for direct business. Again, new signing agents think that signing services are going to be their magic answer to getting business. But I'm telling you, going out and marketing for direct business is just as good, if not better, than marketing and signing up with signing services, because you can market not only to title companies, but real estate agents. Do you have any friends who are real estate agents? Market to them. Ask your real estate agent friends, hey, use me for your next signing. Okay. That's marketing for direct business. You have to think like a business person. You got to think outside of the box, and you have to be willing to sometimes do those things that feel a little bit uncomfortable, because as you see, just signing up with signing services is not a golden ticket to getting business. It still takes work. Michelle wants to know, how many signing services should you sign up with, minimum and maximum? The minimum is 1. The maximum is until you have so much business that you just literally do not have enough time to sign up with signing services anymore. Okay. There is no maximum. It really depends on how much business you want and how much business you are getting. There is no magic number. I can't tell you that if you sign up for 100 signing services that you're going to get business. You might not. There's no magic number. There's no magic number. So the only thing that you can do is continue to sign up until you get business. And even once you get business, because I know something that's really easy to fall into is like you may start doing signings for one signing service and they love you because you got training from me and you're awesome and you're doing a great job on all of their signings and they're sending you business. And it can be really tempting to not sign up with any more signing services. But here's the thing. Every company goes through ups and downs. So if you kind of get lazy, and I can admit I've been lazy, I get lazy. If you get lazy and you're like, oh, well, I'm getting business from this one company, so I don't really need to sign up with any other companies. Well, they may hit a period where they're not getting a whole lot of business. And if they don't get a lot of business, then they can't send you business. And then you've kind of put all your eggs in one basket. So since you haven't signed up with any other companies, since you're not working with any other companies because they're slow, you're now slow. So the maximum is literally you're going to sign up with signing services and you're going to market for direct business until you just literally do not have time anymore because you are doing so many signings. You do not have time to sign up or market to anyone else. That is the maximum. Awesome. Let me see if there were any other questions or any other good statements. Carmina made a good statement. Yes, you want to stand out from the rest. And guys, here's the thing. You don't have to do anything extraordinary. Again, just having a well-written profile with no typos and no grammatical errors that is completely filled out with all of the information that that company has requested from you. I promise you, just by doing that, that's going to put you in the top 20%. Because again, I look at signing agent profiles. I occasionally contract work out to other signing agents. And when I'm not able to use one of my folks that I'm already familiar with, sometimes I'll look for a new one and I'll look through the profiles and just the amount of grammatical errors and typos and that kind of thing. Again, I automatically think when I see errors in your profile, I already know that you are going to make errors on my package, on that mortgage package that you're supposed to be doing. And again, I don't want to use a signing agent that's going to have errors in the package. I want a signing agent that is going to be error-free. Awesome. Yeah, Vanita, the best business is the business you get. I'm telling you, people love to ask, what's the best signing service to sign up with? There is no one best. There may be a signing service that I love that sends me a lot of business, but if you sign up with them, they might not send you anything at all. And then you get mad at me because I told you they were the best. Well, they were the best for me. So there's no one best. You have to do the work to find the one that is best for you. And honestly, that's a good thing, guys. That is a good thing, because if there was a best company and a best signing agent, then the best company and the best signing agent would get together and there wouldn't be anything left for anybody else. So be excited to find your best. Awesome. Let me see if we got anything else. For Ron training, do you have any recommendations? I absolutely do. I have a Ron training program, my remote online notarization quick start training program. Click the link down in the description box. It'll take you to my website. You will be able to get details on my Ron training program. But again, keep in mind, Ron is mostly used for general notary work, okay? Ron is usually mostly used for, the notarization of non-real estate documents. The only place that I really see Ron used consistently in real estate is for seller packages. And there's maybe one or two mortgage companies that consistently use Ron for the signing of their actual mortgage packages. But in general, the signings, loan signings, real estate signings are done in person. But if you want to do Ron for general notary work, which is also awesome, nothing wrong with that, check out my remote online notarization quick start training program. I teach you everything you need to know to get up and running with Ron. Well, all right, guys, I think that is all the questions that I see in the live stream. Hopefully, this video has been helpful for you. Let me know. New and aspiring signing agents, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments, did this answer some of your questions about how to get business, even if you are a new signing agent? I want to know from you. But guys, I'm going to get out of here. I actually have a Q&A session with my Signing Agent Advanced Training Program students coming up here in just a little bit, because that is one of the benefits that my students get is monthly Q&A sessions. I'm going to hang out with them, but hopefully I will see each and every one of you next month for my next live stream. Make sure that you hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Guys, I hope that each and every one of you has a productive and profitable day. Bye, guys.